Hey guys, it's
Cam
and Katie, and today we're finally back with another video. Sorry that we didn't post that much this week, but we have some really good news. Should we tell them?
Tell 'em.
I officially am a resident of Spain. And it's been a long process, so it's been very busy getting paperwork together, and we had to go quite far for our appointment, so we could not film, but we made sure we did at least one video this week. So today we're going to do another differences between Ireland and America on what we call things, and this is food edition.
And as always, if you call it something different or you know a different name for whatever the item is, make sure to comment down below. But the first one is this.
What is it?
It's candy floss.
No, it's cotton candy because it looks like cotton. Why do you call it candy floss? It looks nothing like floss.
Well, if you look at it real close, it looks like floss
Yeah.
because it's lots of little lines.
Maybe with a microscope.
No,
It's
when you
it's
see them
cotton.
do it, it's like line, and it builds up. Just like floss. See?
No.
Simples.
Okay, this is really cute. What would you call this? It's not a specific item. It's just in general, this photo. What would you call this? I would call it candy. But in Ireland, they don't use candy at all. What do you guys call it?
We call it sweets.
That's
So-
cuter. It's so much cuter.
Anything that is full of sugar that isn't chocolate, so like jelly beans, jellies, anything kind of in a packet that you can buy at a shop or a petrol station, or as you're about to go into watch a movie, we would call that sweets, unless it's something kind of chocolatey.
I think it's better than candy.
Candy is that's literally the number one American word. Like if you ask a European to say something American, I promise you 9 times out of 10 they're like candy.
And I didn't know that until I married him.
It's
So
such an that's
very American. Now, what are these?
These are jellies.
They're gummies. We would
Jellies.
call them gummies.
Why would you call them gummies?
Because they're just gummy, you know?
Like
Like when you chew them, they're just gummy.
your teeth gummy?
Something like that.
But they're made of gelatin jellies. I think we have the logic on this one.
Maybe. Ireland and Britain call this,
Chips.
they're fries. They're French fries.
See, we would use French fries.
What?
So obviously there's different types of chips. There's the real
No, I'm saying like McDonald's. If you went to McDonald's and you're buying French fries, would you ask for French fries or chips?
chips.
Yeah, they use chips.
But if you're in a restaurant and there's like the big fat steak chips, you know those big ones?
Yeah, the thick ones.
And French fries.
Those are wedges.
No, I'm talking about the big fat steak chip like that you get with a steak. Like they're fries on steroids. You never heard of those?
I never heard him use
Anyway,
French fries, so now I'm really
we would
confused.
use French fries, but for the most part, if it's a potato fried in oil, typically we call it chips. So, for example, real quick, we would say sweet potato fries. I don't think I'd call those chips. How would I ever call those?
Maybe
chips?
it's just
Sweet
Cameron.
potato
That's the
chips.
thing. He's trying to speak for Ireland, but
No,
maybe
we would
it's
say sweet potato fries,
just... Okay.
but then we'd call the other ones chips. Anyway, moving on.
What would you call this? A bag of
Crisps.
chips. Chips.
Crisps.
Chips. Chips.
Okay, French fries to Americans are what we call chips. But chips to American are what we call crisps, right? So there was this one time we were on holiday in America and my dad kept ordering burger and chips. He kept saying, "Can I get burger and chips?" Because that's what we would call it. And every time we would come out with a burger and crisps on the side. And I'll never forget, there was one time we were in somewhere in Florida and my dad got his burger and chips, but he just ordered it. We didn't think anything of it. And all the food comes out, we're all like, "Oh yeah, this looks great." Obviously American food, it's huge and delicious. So all the food comes out and we're like, "Wow, this looks delicious." And we just hear my dad's voice in the corner. Oh, I did it again.
Oh my
We look over and he
goodness.
has this burger with a side of like crisps. It was so funny. We laughed our heads off.
What is this item right here, or this food right here? I would call this a cookie. And I thought everyone called this a cookie. But what would you call it?
These are biscuits. Cookie for us is just chocolate chip cookie. So a cookie is the type of biscuit that's typically round and has pieces of chocolate in it. That's a cookie. There's many types of biscuits, but there's only one that you'd call a cookie.
That sounds complicated. I'd rather just call them
It's so
all
simple.
cookies.
It's so simple. But then you get your hopes up because you're like, oh, you want a cookie? And then you give me like some shortbread crap. And I'm like, that's not a cookie. Then you get my hopes up.
Oh my goodness.
A jacket,
This one.
a jacket potato.
No, it's a baked potato.
Jacket potato. Still has its jacket on. It's cold.
It's cute. But it's a
'Cause
baked potato.
I wonder why.
Because you bake it.
Yeah, but it still has its skin on, so it has its jacket on.
See, I'm telling you, Irish people are adorable. Can I have some sweets?
No.
Oh, can I have
don't
a
speak
jacket
for-
potato?
I don't speak for all Irish people. That's just my understanding of it.
It's so cute.
Well, you put cold things on a jacket potato, right? Baked potato. Put cold things on it, like coleslaw or.
No, I put chili. I'm very American. I love when Cameron says this one. I would call this ground beef, but Cameron calls it.
Mincemeat. My whole life, I thought it had something to do with mint, as in like mint leaf. I was like, why is it called mincemeat? And a lot of the time, because it's already minced, sometimes they mince like herbs into it and stuff. So whenever I saw like little green flecks or anything mixed into it, I always thought, oh, there's the mince. And then it took me a while to realize it's minced, MINCED, not mint.
This one, I don't really notice that much that we say it different, but I know it's different. I would call these beets. So I'd say I want to add beets to my salad. But what would you call it?
Beetroot.
Beetroot. But it technically is, so.
Yeah. Same.
But we just say
You
beets.
shorten it. You
Yeah.
shorten it. We just say beetroot.
That's true. What would you call this food item?
Goldilocks and the Three Bears. She wanted her porridge.
It's true. See, I feel like some people in America do call this porridge. I don't know. Comment below. I would never. I could say it's oatmeal. Like,
Yeah,
no question about it. But
You and your family always say, oh.
but Cameron says porridge.
Yeah,
And I like, that's so cute. You want some porridge?
I don't know if this is just me, but oats is what you buy in the shop. Porridge is when it's cooked.
Maybe.
So like if I was going to a shop, I'd be looking for oats. But when I cook it, I'd be like, oh, my porridge is ready.
There's so much
I don't know. Is that just me,
mathematics
or-
with everything with
Well, a
the
lot
way
of these
you call
things, like
things.
I'm very multicultural. I've lived in America for 2 years of my life. I'm married to an American. So there's so many times that I say, oh yeah, we'd say this. And I'm like, maybe that's just me.
It gets confusing. It really does. Okay, what would you call this? Oh my goodness, just say it. Just say it.
That one's a lolly.
A lolly. I think it's the cutest thing. We would call it a sucker because you suck on it. But lolly is a lot cuter. But we would buy lollipops. But we wouldn't be like, can I have a lolly? You know? We'd say, can I have a sucker?
Is lollipop a brand or are they called lollipops?
I don't know.
You don't have a lollipop man in America?
What's a lollipop man?
The man.
The
well,
crossing guard?
I guess the lollipop.
The crossing guard?
Yeah. They hold a big stick that says stop and it looks
And
like
it
a
looks
lolly.
like a big lolly.
So we call them a lollipop man or lollipop lady.
Oh my goodness. Okay, what would you call this? Now, this picture says what I would call it. It's jello. But what would you call it?
Jelly.
But what if it's the brand Jello? Would you say Jello?
Still jelly.
Oh my goodness.
But is that why you call it jello? Because there's a brand?
Probably, you guys, I don't know.
Again, this is another one. Isn't made from gelatin again? See, this is confusing because we have jellies and
Mhm.
jelly.
Yeah,
Jelly is the wobbly one on the plate.
the wobbly one.
Jellies is in like a bag of jellies. Never mind.
Oh my goodness. Last but not least, what would you call this? What would you call it?
I don't know. What would you call it?
Trick question. We don't call this anything, but what would you call it?
chip butty.
We don't eat this because it's disgusting. It's bread and chips or French fries, and you just eat it together. It's the driest thing ever, but so many people eat chip buddies.
Well, it's not dry. People drench it in butter and mayonnaise and yeah, they're full of carbs. It's just,
yeah.
You have to understand, Irish people are born and bred on potatoes. So, potatoes are a big part of our diets. And I guess chip butties came about because it was just another way of finding a slot for the potato in your daily diet.
If you guys want to see a video of foods that Irish people eat that are unique to Ireland, let us know because chip buddy would be one of them. Thanks for watching this video. We're going to be back at it again this week with more videos. This week has been crazy. Like we said, I got my residency in Spain this week. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed our video and stay tuned for our next video.
Comment below if you use any different words for any of these items, and make sure to comment below any suggested videos you might have. And yeah, stay tuned, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, and thanks for watching.
Bye.